Hello everyone and welcome to Null to Full German. This is our very first video and we are starting with grammar topics of level C1. Today we will talk about Modales Partizip of C1 and in the coming videos we will cover exercises based on Modales Partizip and after that we will move to the next topic of C1 which is Modalitätsverben. So without wasting time, here we go. Modales participe has passive meaning and expresses modal aspects like necessity or possibility. It is all about combining two with participe one. As you already know that participe one functions as adjective and modifies noun, so it must be declined or adjective ending should be added according to the case. So plus participines, people also call it gerundive, and it is used in formal contexts like newspaper articles, official documents, contracts, and so on. The gerundive replaces a relative clause and at times alternative forms of passive. This removes the need for commas and makes the whole sentence shorter. Let's understand it with the help of few examples. So the first example, eine Aufgabe, die leicht gelöst werden kann. Eine Aufgabe, die leicht gelöst werden kann. Here, in this example, we see in the first part eine Aufgabe, which here is the main clause, and the information about Aufgabe is given in the subordinate clause, which is die leicht gelöst werden kann. And here, it talks about that the task can easily be solved. Now look at the verb given in the perfect form, which is gelöst, and we are going to frame modales participe by inserting information from the subordinate clause into the main clause. And the main clause is eine Aufgabe, and the information which we will obtain from subordinate clause, as you know, subordinate clause is die leicht gelöst werden kann is subordinate clause, and we will obtain information from here and insert into the main clause, and the main clause is eine Aufgabe. So this information will be inserted in between the article and the noun. And now let me tell you the basic structure of modales participe, which is su plus participines plus adjective endung. And participe 1 we frame by adding d to the infinite form of verb or by adding end to the stem of the verb. Both are same, do anyway. Here, verb used is lösen. Participle 1 of the same will be lösend with d in the end, and before lösend we have to use su as part of the basic structure. And do not forget to use the additional information which here is leicht. You can see that in the subordinate clause, die leicht gelöst werden kann. Hence the structure which needs to be inserted is leicht zu lösend. Let's insert it into the main clause. Eine leicht zu lösende Aufgabe, but something is still missing in the structure. As I explained you that participle 1 functions as attributive adjective, hence it needs to be declined according to the case. And here we have eine leicht zu lösende Aufgabe, which is nominative singular with indefinite article, and the noun used is feminine. So the ending needs to be added is e. And hence the final structure is eine leicht zu lösende Aufgabe. This is modales participe. I hope you would have understood how it is framed and what modales participe is all about. Let's have a look at the second example. Das Studium, das absolviert werden muss. Once again, das Studium, das absolviert werden muss. Here in this example, we see in the first part das Studium, which here is the main clause, and the information about das Studium is given in the subordinate clause. And here it talks about that the study must be completed. Now look at the verb given in the perfect form, which is absolviert. And now we are going to frame modales participe, and how we'll do that? By inserting information from the subordinate clause into the main clause, and the main clause is Das Studium. The same way we did in the first example. And the information will be inserted in between the article and the noun. Now, let me tell you the basic structure of Modales participe once again, though I told you the same in the first example as well. Su plus participe 1 and plus adjective ending. So participe 1 we frame by adding g to the infinite form of the verb or by adding end to the stem part of the verb. Here verb used is absolvieren. So participants of the same will be absolvierend. And before absolvierend, we have to use su as part of the basic structure. So the structure which needs to be inserted is su absolvierend. Let's now insert it into the main clause. Now the main clause will be das zu absolvierend Studium. But something is still missing in the structure as I explained you that participant functions as attributive adjective, hence it needs to be declined or adjective ending should be added according to the case. And here we have das zu absolvierend Studium. Das zu absolvierend Studium. So das Studium, which is nominative singular with the definite article and the noun used is neutral and the ending needs to be added is e. So the final structure is das zu absolvierende Studium. So this is Modales Participe. I hope you would have understood it. As I promised, we will cover a few more examples based on Modales Participe, and the level of examples will vary from easy to complex. So this was our very first video on grammar topic Modales Participe level C1. And if you like the video, then do subscribe to our channel for more useful videos both on learning German and on grammar topics level C1. And please do not forget to click on the bell icon to get regular updates from Null to Full German without a miss. I also look forward to your comments under this video. You are learning German with Null to Full German on YouTube, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Auf ein baldiges Wiedersehen. Bis dann. Tschüss.